Good morning, students. Welcome to English class. In today's module, we are discussing Poem 6 from your textbook Flamingo. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, written by Adrienne Rich. Let's get acquainted with the poet. Adrienne Cicely Rich, born in 1929 and passed away in 2012, was an American poet, essayist, and feminist. She is one of the most widely read and influential poets of the second half of the 20th century and was credited with bringing the oppression of women to the forefront of poetic discourse. She talks about a woman's experiences in her married life. She has tried to explore the inner feelings of a woman who is living under the dominance of men. The poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers addresses the constraints of married life that a woman experiences. The protagonist of the poem, Aunt Jennifer, represents women all over the world, particularly the women in America during the 1950s. She represents the kind of women who were caught under the oppressive hands of a patriarchal society. The poet, through the simple lines of the poem, delineates a woman's struggles with expression and rebellion. The three quatrains, that means 4-line stanza, expose the desolating effects of patriarchy. In the first stanza, the poet introduces us to Aunt Jennifer's dreams. In the second stanza, we are introduced to the reality of Aunt Jennifer's world. The third stanza is a narrative of the future. The poem revolves around the desires and the depressingly harsh realities of Aunt Jennifer's existence, using the contrast between the tigers and herself. The tigers appear to be in sharp contrast to her personality. The tiger's actions are smooth, uninhibited, and robust. Aunt Jennifer, on the other hand, has great trouble even to embroider because her movements are so weak. Aunt Jennifer is evidently a lonely, pained old woman plagued by anxiety. The reason for her miserable plight is the oppressive patriarchal family system wherein the whole soul of the family is the male and it is he who dominates the scene. She creates an alternative world of freedom, a world that she longs for. Dear students, here you have the stanza-wise explanation of the poem. Stanza 1. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the man beneath the tree. They pace in sleek chivalric certainty. Here the poet is describing a lady whom she addresses as Aunt Jennifer. She says that Aunt Jennifer, using her ivory needles, has created her tigers prancing across the panel. Her beautiful tigers, the bright topaz denizens, are running fearlessly in the world of green. She has described their beauty by comparing them with a precious yellow stone known as topaz. Look at the meanings given in the bracket, children. Prancing means jumping. Topaz is a transparent yellow stone. Denizens means dwellers. World of green refers to the green forest. So the poet says that the tigers appear bright yellow in the green backdrop of the forest. They are fearless and they are not affected by the presence of men. They are chivalric. Chivalric means honorable and brave. Here we can sense the contrast of behavior between the tigers and Aunt. Though the tigers designed by her are fearless, she herself is afraid of her husband. Further, the poet says that the tigers are proud and fearless citizens of the forest. They are very shiny and elegant. Over to stanza 2. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Here, the poet describes the fear of Aunt Jennifer towards her husband. She says that While she is doing embroidery, her fingers are quivering or shaking with fear of her husband. It has become difficult for her to pull her needle up and down. Then she describes the wedding ring which was presented by uncle to Aunt Jennifer on her wedding day. She says that it's a kind of burden for her to wear this ring. She has been tortured by her husband so much that the wedding ring, which could have been a beautiful gift for her, seems like a burden. She has faced so many difficulties in her married life that the little ring is described as a heavy band on her trembling fingers. This means that the ring is associated with some bad experiences in the form of torture she has faced because of her husband's dominating behavior. Stanza 3. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. The poet says that one can easily sense Aunt's desire for freedom and fearlessness through her design of tigers. Further, she says that it's not possible for Aunt to achieve this freedom during her lifetime. She will be ringed with, that means surrounded by, the ordeals. Ordeals means hard and unpleasant experiences of her past married life. Even after her death, she will be tied up with shackles in the form of her husband's wedding ring. The ring was the sole proof of the tortures which she had faced from her husband. On the other hand, the art and the tigers designed by Aunt Jennifer, which depict the desire of living a fearless life, will go on jumping proudly and bravely on the piece of cloth as ever. The poetic devices used in this poem. Anaphora, use of same word in two consecutive lines. They do not fear, they pace in. Examples for metaphor: bright toppers, denizens ringed with ordeals. Alliteration. Examples: finger fluttering, prancing proud, sleek chivalric certainty, weight of uncle's wedding band. Transferred epithet: terrified fingers. Imagery used: Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright toppers denizens of a world of green. Next imagery is Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool, find even the ivory needle hard to pull. Adrian Rich has used numerous symbols in this poem. Tiger, bright topaz, fluttering wool, uncle's wedding band, ringed with ordeals. All these are used to express the struggles of the spirit, racial and religious injustice and oppression that the women suffer but never express or complain. Visual imagery: bright topaz denizens and world of green. Personification: they pace in sleek chivalric certainty. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. And contrast: a contrast between meek Aunt Jennifer and chivalric tigers. The rhyme scheme used in the poem. The poem has a perfect rhyme scheme. That's A-A-B-B. Words at the end like screen, green, band, hand, lie by, etc. bring out a playful rhythm. Dear students, hope the poem is clear to you. Have a nice day. Thank you.